Hey Cinemark fans, get ready to rev those engines because I am here with the cast of Bikeriders.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Jodie, I want to ask, you are so good at creating very memorable characters. And I'm so curious as to your process. Like, where do you start with someone who's living in a different time, a different region? What's the starting point?
I think with Kathy, it started initially with the images, of the book by Danny Lyon. I also had audio of her being interviewed by him in the 1960s, which was a real invaluable insight as to, kind of generating in my mind who this woman was. So it was just about kind of taking all that on board and then really sitting with the material. She's kind of the narrator of the movie, so she talks an awful lot. A lot of her scenes are actually in kind of interview settings, so it's a lot of her speaking to Danny and, less kind of back and forth interaction. So that was quite a new experience for me. So yeah, it was just about kind of embracing all that really and doing enough homework that you can then hopefully be a little bit fearless with it when you get to set.
And Austin, for you, your character, I feel like, really lives in that silence. I wonder if in any way that's challenging or if that's freeing for you as an actor.
I'd say primarily freeing. But the challenge in the beginning is you have fewer clues in the dialogue as to what this person is feeling. So it was a matter of me really just delving into what's going on in his mind and all those silent moments.
What are you thinking back there?
What?
Right there, when you come charging in like that.
Nothing. I saw you squaring off with them guys. What do I need to think for?
Hey, you and me, kid. You and me, you crazy.
Being such a bike enthusiast, I wonder, what was your first initial reaction when you read the script for Bikeriders?
My first experience of the Bikeriders was a conversation with Jeff about what he had planned and what his movie was. And it was Jeff that drew me in because I've heard such good things about him from people that I trust and that I love, and I love their work as well, who've had great experiences with him, that I wanted some of that for me too.
Your character Johnny gets inspired by Marlon Brando. And I wonder for you if any of that influenced your portrayal of Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, of course it does, because there's a scene where Johnny repeats Marlon's character in The Wild Ones line for him. Or he rolls it around in his face, and his wife says, "What did you say?" And he's like, "I didn't say anything." So there was a level of embarrassment of pretending to be Marlon in Johnny that was identifiable as an important note in him. Johnny is not Marlon. You can't play Johnny as Marlon. Did it influence a little bit? It was definitely a scene, and and obviously there's a lot of leather jackets and going on in the film and bikes, that there's a direct connectivity, in that aspect, that there's an element of James Dean to Austin Butler's silhouette, perhaps. But I think that's part of the iconography that you're dealing with in that period.
What first inspired you when looking at the book by Danny Lyon?
Well, the truth is, the photographs are amazing. You can't look at those photographs and not kind of want to just dive into them and see what do they sound like and how do they move. You want to bring them back to life. But the truth is, when you pair the photographs with the interviews that Danny did of these people, you get this full portrait of a subculture. And as a filmmaker who's interested in human stories and human behavior, it gave me everything I needed to go back in time and kind of bring this very particular subculture back to life.
Folks, get ready to experience Bikeriders on the big screen, and make sure you get your tickets at Cinemark.com.
I want you to quit writing.
Don't ask that.
Benny. I need you.